Hi everyone. My name is Miss Evelyn. Today we're gonna have a nice, great lesson plan, that I have here. Um, in your desk, you should all have. I have included a copy of Stuart Little. Um, each one has a copy in your desk, as you can see right now. If you look at it right now, there is a copy of that book that is on the PowerPoint. You should have each person has a piece of paper, so each person has to take notes according to what we're gonna discuss for the book. Um, there's a theme and chart organizer that is handed to you. One that we're gonna do as a you're gonna pick your partners, and you're gonna work together in threes. The other one is you're gonna work independent, and then you can give it to me at the end of class with your reflection. Um, so let's get started. So today we're discussing Stuart Little, EBY. I personally, in going back to my childhood, I've always liked Stuart Little. There's actually a movie about him. This book is relates to me a bit. How he is a very amazing person. Willing to find what he wants, and so we're gonna get into the depth of this book. So the objective today, so basically, is we're going to learn how to figure out the theme of the story, which is Stuart Little. That means to the message or the big idea the author wants to share. And we're going to do that by looking at what the characters do and why they do it. This is called character motivation. As you can see on the Jeff Tech slide, that you see him, trying to paint a picture. He's actually motivated into drawing a picture of himself, and you see the group of kids in the background, what trying to get motivated to see what is he doing. Um, so we'll help understand more in depth of what the author is trying to convey in the message, what it's telling you as a reader. Hey, what's the message behind this? um so I'm gonna ask you guys this. Have you ever made a really tough decision? um Maybe you had to stand up for a friend or do something was scary but important. Well, guess what? Characters in the stories go through tough decisions too. When we look at why they make those choices, it helps us understand what the story is trying to teach us. So, I'm gonna ask one of you guys, hey, David over there, have you ever had a tough decision that you like, you had it to make a good choice, whether it's good or bad? Oh, okay. Well, you know what? In this story, it brings up the, why it's important to make good decisions and why this story little decided to do that. What was important for him? And I want you guys to get like into your minds that, you know, his character is very like each one of us, and on a daily basis where he's trying to be the best of the best and to what he's doing, what he's helping out, what he wants to do. And sometimes us here, you guys as students are trying to make the best decisions at home, and it's a good reminder that you know this can help you as your personal lives. Maybe his decisions are not the best, maybe your decisions are the best. Maybe you guys did this decision that would what was hard to decide on, what was not important. But, as the characters go on, we get to learn more about what he went through in this book. So this next line. So I'm gonna before we jump into our story, let's talk about a few things. Raise your hand if you can tell me what is a theme. So, what is a theme? So, basically, a theme is you're we're deciding on the main idea of the story. What is happening? What is the whole topic about? Um, what does what does the word motivation mean? Hey, Jessica. Yeah, you raise your hand. What does the word motivation mean? You're right. Yeah, motivation. Yeah, motivation can mean, you're motivated to do anything you want. You're excited to do that. You have you have the capacity, "Oh, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to wake up today and we're going to do this." Um can you think of a book or movie where characters' actions taught you something important? I mean, raise your hand if you know a book or movie that you have seen or read that have taught you something important. Um, yes, yeah, yes. Basically, you're right. You're right. Jessica, you're right. Yeah. Um, yeah. The movie you just said, which is how to Train a Dragon. Yeah, that is it. It teaches a life lesson on something important. It's based on you know various people teaching a character how to train a dragon. You have various dragons and you're able to train it on your own way. um okay, so we're gonna do the watch and learn here. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna read part of what the first page of the book where it's showing here. Stuart decided to leave home to search for his friend, um, Margalo. He packed some belongings and left it without saying goodbye. So now we're gonna think out loud on this. Stuart, it's basically saying here, what was his motivation? His motivation here is so yes, he wants to find Margalo. That's his friend. That is the person that he, has been missing, and he's been trying to say, "Hey, I need to find her." Um, yeah, the theme here is basically, as you can see, that the it's friendship and loyalty because Stuart, in his mind, Margalo is my friend, and we have this bond, and I will never be disloyal to her. So I'm gonna do what's so important for me, and it's basically go find her. And he left without saying goodbye to anyone. And that is something that all of us should know, that before we do something, I think all of us we need to think. And yeah, the theme of this book, it's shown here, it's friendship and loyalty. That is, yeah, you guys are correct on that. Um so the sentence that helps me here, saying here, he packed some belongings and left without saying goodbye. This sentence here on the text where it says he packed some belongings and left without saying goodbye. That is telling you guys that he is serious on what he's doing. His choice was to leave and not say to anyone goodbye. So basically he's taking accountability and saying, I'm gonna find her, but I'm not gonna say goodbye to anyone. And this is what he's showing as a good friend and a good loyal friend. And he's saying that I'm gonna go find her and I'm not telling anyone. And this is what it's showing you, as you guys can see that on the picture, that he's actually serious about going to find Margalo. So now we're gonna do this together. Okay, let's do one together. Okay, I'm gonna read the first part here where it says here Stuart looked up at the sky and wondered where Margalo had gone. He missed her terribly. So Stuart looked up in the sky and wondered where Margalo had gone. He missed her terribly. So we're gonna do one. Um so David, what is Stuart feeling? Okay, so y- yeah, you're right. Okay, so what is Stuart feeling here? So Stuart feeling here that as he looking up in the sky and wondering where is Margalo had gone, he is feeling sad. Yeah, you're right. He's feeling sad and worried because he misses his friend. Yeah. So Jessica, why is he thinking about Margalo? You're close. Okay. So why is he thinking about Margalo? Why is Stuart Little thinking about Margalo? So basically, he cares about her and doesn't want her to be lost. That's why he's looking up in the sky and thinking, where is she? So I'm gonna ask all of you guys, what could be the theme here? So anyone? Okay, so the theme could be about how friendship is powerful and or about not giving up on people you care about. So basically, Stuart looked at the sky and wondered where Margot has had gone. He's basically indicating there that he misses her so much that he's willing to do anything to go find her, and and he really cares about her, and that's how much friendship is about. So that goes to what the book is indicating. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna pair you guys with three people. So any ELO students that needs my help, please, I'll be walking by, and so I can sit with you and I can help you understand what we're gonna do on this page here. So as so now it's your turn to work with a partner. I'm giving you a page of the book. So if you look on page, you like page 2 of the book. Um, Read it together in your group and then use the graphic organizer to write it down. I passed down that graphic organizer in each of your desks prior you guys coming in. So as you can see, you guys have it already. Um, so each group has one. Um, it is a collaborating thing, so I'm not asking for each individual to have one. So just can you guys put your name like on the top? It'll be nice. So basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to page 2 of the book and you're gonna read that. You're gonna read that part of the book, and you're gonna pick out. Um, you're gonna find the theme. You're gonna find the who are the characters in that part of the reading, and describe the motivation and predict the theme. And you're gonna fill it up on the charts. So so if it's for example, Stuart Little, Marker Low. So you on the character's actions, you will put, oh, so what are they doing? And the motivation, so what are they feeling? What is the feeling that they're getting in the passage when you read that first sentences? What are you getting from them? Are they moving? Are they thinking? Or as you look at the picture on the book, are they moving? Are they thinking? Are they sad? Or are they just going, it's too tired. I'm just sad. Um, I'll walk around and help you while you work. I'm gonna give you by guys about 15 minutes. I think that'll be fine. 15 minutes to fill that out. Guys don't need to fill out the whole thing. It's just just at least a two. That'll be nice. So so I'm gonna give you guys about 15 minutes, and then when you guys are done, I will you guys gonna put that aside, and at the end of it I'll collect it, and yeah. Okay, so that I think you guys got the whole thing on the gist of the whole thing. If you guys didn't end up finishing, I'll come by you and you know, if you guys didn't finish, it's okay. This is a collaborative assignment, so it's not for you guys to get really like, oh, she's the teacher is kind of like mean about it, but it's just more to be guys to be engaged on it. So we're gonna move on. Please put that aside if you guys didn't finish. Please at the end of your class just fill out the last thing you guys didn't finish on that part, and you'll get credit for that. So let's continue. So now that you guys have done it all together and you guys have collab, so now you're gonna do is you're gonna do the same thing you did with your collab with your partners. You're gonna do that, but you guys do it individual. So you're gonna turn to page 5 of the book that I gave you, and you're gonna complete the motivation chart, and you're gonna use one piece of text evidence to be ready, and then at the end of it, I'm just gonna pick 5 people to be ready to share. What you guys found. So I'm gonna put you an example here. Character action would be, oh, like for example, Stuart Little went for a walk around town. So what did Stuart Little do? He went around town, but what was the action behind it? He wanted to go. He's been wanting to go to leave out of the house. So that is motive, and that is his action. His action was to leave, and his so what was his motivation of him going to outside to go around town? His motivation in this case would have been like because he's been having this thing of, getting out the house and just walking around town to see new stuff, and you know that that's what you guys are gonna do. And please put your name on top. ELL students, for my VEL students, if you guys need help filling out this chart, please, I will walk around and help you guys so you guys have a better understanding. Um, so I'm gonna give you guys about 15 minutes. If you guys don't finish the whole thing, it's fine. I just need you guys to better have understanding behind this whole book and what the message came about. Okay, so since time is running a bit out of our schedule, I'm gonna pick Daniel. Can you give me what you found when you did for the character in action? What does the character do? Oh, okay. So you found that Stuart Little went to find Margalo, but she wasn't there. Okay, so what what was his action behind that? Okay, so he felt motivated to be, he felt happy to do that, but he felt sad at the same time because Margot, is no longer there with him. Got it. Okay, so moving on. If you guys did not finish with this, I will give you guys extra credit for this. Okay, if you guys didn't finish, it's okay. So let's move on. So so before you guys leave, because I know almost time is running out and you guys need to go, I need you guys to pick one of these three questions here on the PowerPoint and answer it, please. I'll collect all of your papers when you're done. Um, so pick one of these, and as you're leaving out, leave it there, and I'll pick up all the all the all the papers. Just to have a better understanding behind this book. The main reason why I picked it for you guys as fifth graders, and I know because you guys are going with middle school, is because I feel like, in my lifetime here, um, friendship has always been something with me, with my mom and whoever it is around you, your peers, and I think if you're like motivated to change something in the world, I think it's nice. And the beautiful message out of this book is that Stuart Little is a person that he doesn't care what other people think about him, and even if he misses his friend, he goes way beyond what he can, and just to go even further to go find her. And I need you guys to, I hope this book gets you understanding. This book is for you guys, so as you guys are leaving, take it home. Um, that's yeah, but I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you for taking the time to for me to explain this lesson of us today. Um, yeah. So So what did you learn about teaching and learning through micro T experience? So through micro T experience, I learned how important it is to break down a lesson in a way that students can understand step by step. It really showed me how valuable um, it is to model what I expect students to do and to give them opportunities to practice support before they work independently. Um, I also learned how important it is to ask questions to make students think deeper and connect with the text, and especially when teaching something like female motivation. What would you take away and use as a future teacher? Um, I have already decided on what grade level I want to teach, fifth grade to middle school. And to me, I've always been super patient with big kids. I am not a person that can handle small kids. I do give kudos to teachers that can tolerate small kids because they're very like I've spoken to other teachers, and it's as I'm working as an aftercare leader, it's hard to understand what they go through as a teacher, especially with small kids. But going back to a question, as a future teacher, I will definitely use the gradual release model because I saw how it helps students build confidence. I will also make sure to use more student friendly language when explaining skills. I'll include questions that get students to reflect and talk about their ideas. I always remember how important it is to connect and learning to real life experiences to so students stay engaged. This experience so students stay engaged. This has helped me see the power of planning and being flexible during the lesson too. Um, it's as I'm right now working in a summer camp. They recently gave me fourth and fifth grade, and I'm going through. They're putting us to do an activity, so I'm basically day by day doing an activity with them, which I'm basically doing a PowerPoint and explaining them what are the activity we're gonna do, and it's very challenging, but I do love, as future teachers, my past teachers in elementary, one teacher told me that I'm smart, it's just I'm lazy. That to me got to me, but it's just a little state of this, but professor, sorry about that. But anyways, thank you for listening to my presentation.